What up? And welcome to another episode of From the Script to the Screen, Ranger Reject Edition, going over episode 11, which covers chapters 42 to just about 49 of volume 6. Got the pink keeper on the cover. And as always, first and foremost, gotta shout out the creator, Negi Haruba, and shout out to the studio, Yostar Pictures. Appreciate all parties involved. The only thing they switched up this week was that volume 6 starts off with the dream scenario that Fighter D envisions of the monsters taking over the surface and actually being empowered. They covered this little sequence back in episode 10. And so even though volume 6 starts off with this, they left it for another episode and starts right off with the battle between the cadet and the boss, Peltrola. Now, action-packed episode, a lot happens, and we got some backstory, which I appreciated. Before getting into the actual fight, we finally got to see the old Blue Keeper that took in Sakurama and his sister. We see that the Blue Keeper was running some sort of orphanage, and so not only did young Sakurama and his sister benefit from this situation, but we see that the current Blue Keeper also was saved by the old Blue Keeper. And so we kind of see why the torch was passed down to him. Also with the fact that the Red Keeper, I guess you could say, respected him and his strength before he even joined the Ranger Force. We saw that he tried to recruit him a little bit, but a certain incident pushed him over the edge. We saw how he got his scars on his face and the fact that he was also affected by these boss monsters. And so again, we're just seeing more people that were affected by these monsters back when they first reached the surface. We saw that they were more into mischief and were actually hurting humans, and so we're starting to see why so many people do have a hatred for these guys. And so I enjoyed getting a little look into the past and seeing why people are how they are now in present day. But getting into the actual meat and potatoes of the episode, I gotta say shout out to the studio. Action scenes were great this week. We know that not only were the cadets fighting the boss, but the junior first ranks were also fighting the boss in another front. We know that Peltrola was able to split himself apart, and so he's actually fighting 3 fights at once. So you also gotta respect the villain's strength a little bit. But again, just love seeing more of the divine artifacts, these cartridges, and just the different ways that the Rangers are able to do battle. We see that the green junior first rank has a mask that's kind of helping her ingest or eat the monsters. So I'm looking forward to seeing more about that power. But definitely my favorite panel of the week. Gotta shout out to the cadets, because not only are they not required to even stand around and fight the boss, but they don't have any special gadgets or I guess you could say reinforcements to help them. But they still came together, found some courage, and were able to take on the boss. Again, these are also people that were affected by the monsters, and so we know for a fact that they have a grudge. My favorite panel of the week. I love the fight choreography this week, and I also enjoyed the soundtrack. And like I said, we see the cadets be able to come up with a plan, and we're able to quell things down, at least for now. But the episode ends with a bang, and it looks like Fighter D finally gets his wish and is gonna take on the Blue Keeper. Now, good opportunity for him, because the Blue Keeper should be a little tired dealing with all that he has, but we'll have to see what happens. Season finale next week, so let me know what you guys think is gonna happen, or what y'all thought about this week's episode. If y'all reading the manga, till next time, peace.